you taking a picture?
No, I'm talking to Carol. It's a video, believe it or not. Carol, you've got your husband leaving on Wednesday again.
Yes.
He did 9 months. He's back again. He's going. He's got 270 more days. How you feel?
Part of me feels like I can't believe that we're doing this all over again, but at the same time, I can empathize with other soldiers' families who are young and maybe who've already served like 3 and 4 tours, and I just feel like we're proud to do our part to serve our country and just come to the aid of the Afghanistan community and people, and I don't know, it's a war. You do what you got to do.
It's you go. I've seen you after a while of him being gone after 2-3 months. How does, after a long period of time, how does you feel? I know that you miss him, but that's probably just the tip of that iceberg.
Right. I think after a while you just fall into a routine. The routine of missing and just knowing that it's not forever. And I think that that's the difference, is that I know that there are other people who have made sacrifice, even younger families than ours, and that it's not forever, and that it's just such a short time really compared to some of the sacrifices that were made, like World War II. I really looked to that generation for inspiration, and there were people who served 2 years at a time and didn't have the internet and didn't have the webcam, and so we have communication. It's a long time, but it's doable, one day at a time.
You got this guy taking off too now.
My babies are all leaving.
How does that? You got the little guy going. Remember that little punk? I used to beat his ass too, but I wouldn't even come. I wouldn't even messing around. Want to wrestle? No, I don't want to do that anymore. How you feel now? Is it any different?
When it's your son?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's different about it?
When it's your son, he's your baby. I understand that he's, a grown man, and I'm very proud of him, and I admire his courage and his willingness to serve, but I think it just hits you harder because he's your child, and it's just different. That love that you have for them the instant they're born never fades, and, you just worry your heart's a little bit heavier and just a little bit scarier, really.
Well, you've been very brave. Obviously, now you've had this meathead around. Well, this meathead was gone. But now you're going to go double meatheadless.
Yes. Yeah.
And what do you look, anything special? I know you've been running a lot. Is it?
Yeah. Well, actually, I had the pleasure of being invited along on a workout just yesterday with Vince. He asked me if I would go for a workout with him, and I did. And just kind of, last year I ran the mini marathon, and I trained, the days I didn't want to train, I thought about my husband, working every day and, being a soldier every day and being called to serve, and so I would offer up my training, to him, and so this year I'm training for Vince. I know it's nothing like, being over there or actually serving, but it's the little thing I can do, I think, in their honor, and so I wore his hat, captain, and then this year when I run the mini, I'll wear a hat for the Marine Corps.
Now, is it easier or harder that you're able to communicate with Steve, internet and so forth?
Oh, it's a blessing. It makes it so much easier. I don't have to wonder if he's okay or, just imagine what he must be going through. Basically we communicate almost on a daily basis. It's just, I think, makes a world of difference. It just makes it so much more doable, and, we just do it one day at a time as a family, so.
A lot of other women in your place, typically not maybe the husband and the son at the same time, but what would you say to women that might be having kind of a hard time dealing with the separation?
I would say that, you have to turn it over to God. I'm not an overly religious person, but I really believe that if you turn it over to God, His will be done, and that you just have to trust that they're okay. Do it one day at a time, and just, I guess just keep plugging along. And no news sometimes is good news. I don't worry until I I know something's happened. So just use your energy, stay busy, find a way to, I don't know, make a difference in the world because they are. And, if all you can do is hold the fort down at home, I think that it takes a huge burden off your soldier. They don't have to worry about you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
How about a group hug? What do you guys think? Huh? Can we do that?
You bet.
All right, thanks a lot.